Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back above 29k, getting closer to 30k again. Yesterday we had really volatile price action. Early in the day, a significant rally into our B wave resistance area, turned around exactly in that area, just below the 78.6 retracement there at just around 30k. Came down quite impulsively, and we need to discuss where we are here in this scenario now. The overall scenario is not affected at all. The assumption is still that we rallied in a wave 1 around the 14th of April, that we're coming down in a wave 2 now. I view it as an ABC structure, and the question now is just how do we get there? Do we go down in the C wave straight away? Yesterday's price action to a degree suggests that we started an impulse to the downside in a C wave. However, it is not unlikely, and that's why I have it highlighted on this chart, that we do get a higher B wave, and we're going to talk about that now. And that is getting likely due to the strong price action again to the upside that we've seen today. So again, it's very difficult at the moment. It's a lot of up and down. We need to be on our toes at the moment. It's really like whipsaw price action. It's very volatile. I did warn you a couple of days ago, it will be a volatile week due to the earnings season in the US. We see a lot of volatility in the markets just due to, I think it was like over 600 companies or I think more even, report earnings this week, affecting the S&P 500, affecting the US markets, affecting investor sentiment, even if not directly related to crypto. And then tomorrow, we've got inflation data. So a volatile week. So that volatility shouldn't have surprised anyone. It's just that this is corrective price action, what we see here. Yeah, we are in this wave 2, which is a correction, and you have a lot of up and down. And when you are in a correction anyway, just be a bit careful, yeah, because corrections can move quickly into other patterns. So just knowing that will save you a lot of trouble. It may mean sizing down a little bit. It may mean, not necessarily using too much leverage. They are just consideration that you can take and that I think are reasonable to think about, at least some food for thought, within corrections, because corrections are difficult structures. There are more than 10 different corrective wave structures in Elliott Wave, plus various subdivisions or sub-wave structures and variants, whereas there is really only one impulsive wave structure. So corrections can morph easily into different structures. They can change easily. So we just need to be on our toes. And while the overall scenario may not be affected at all, there are of course different ways to get there. We could do this, A, B, C, which is the direct route. Or we could just take a bit of a diversion, A, B, C, and B, and then come down in wave C of 2. So again, they are the two scenarios we want to talk about in this video. Other scenarios, of course, possible. Maybe I will talk about them in another video. We talk here about the different, what I mean is other higher degree scenarios, of course, possible. For example, it could be that we go a little bit lower than the yellow support area. It would still be a bullish scenario, just be a different count. But I don't want to repeat that in every video. At the moment, we are following very much this particular scenario, and we haven't broken the yellow support area. And as long as we stay above 22k, and price does what we want, within this scenario, there is no real need to change the scenario. Just be aware, even though this is a bullish wave count, of course, another bear market low is possible. I don't necessarily, I don't want to say I don't expect it, but I'm leaning towards the bear market low is already in, but I don't expect price action over the coming weeks and months to be easy. I think it will be a rocky road. So that's why, things are not entirely clear, especially not in a B wave, especially not in a correction. So I expect it to be a rocky road, expect it to be difficult, and that knowledge itself can save you a lot of trouble. It's not crystal clear price action at the moment, also not super high quality price action on the Bitcoin chart and the altcoin sector at the moment. But yeah, let's zoom in. So the idea is we are either in the B wave and get a higher B wave, or we completed B yesterday. Bitcoin's price action at least suggests that the B wave is finished. Ethereum's price action, in my opinion, would rather make us think about a higher B wave. In the end, they are both likely. Okay, we just need to be on our toes here. If Bitcoin breaks above yesterday's low here at 27,260 roughly, it would confirm that we are already in the C wave to the downside. If Bitcoin obviously doesn't do that and gets closer and closer to yesterday's high, it would emphasize the idea that this is a higher B wave. So what are we looking for in a higher B wave? Well, the subwave structure for a high B wave would be as follows. It would indicate that we rallied in a three-wave move pretty clearly. We came down here yesterday in a B wave of B, so to speak. And honestly, we should avoid a break below yesterday's swing low here at 27,260 to still, consider that higher B wave. And then we would get a C wave up, and maybe we already are in the C wave, and form here something like a small 1-2 setup, because a C wave consists of 5 waves. So we would look for a 5-wave move up now in a C wave. That, to be honest, would most likely break above the standard Fib resistance for B. So obviously yesterday's resistance we highlighted here was correct. It was relevant. So I moved that over because this may not be relevant anymore for the current move to the upside if we get a high B wave. But I leave it on the chart because it might be. But I don't think it will be. Primarily what I'd be watching for is if we really push higher here in a high B wave, we might hit different resistance areas, and we then talk about possibly an overshooting B wave. And if we do that, we talk about resistance all the way up to here. So we talk about roughly, let me just adjust that slightly here. So we talk about resistance possibly all the way up to 32,572. Now that's the maximum it should do in an overshooting B wave. Why so high? It just simply has to do with Fibonacci levels and extensions. If we get a higher B wave, then this would be as part of, we would have to consider that the A wave bottomed in a 3-wave move. The B wave is also in 3 waves, but if A was a 3-wave move, then the B wave can be an overshooting B wave. Obviously, yesterday's resistance area was correct, so we come down. If we make another attempt, it would most likely go higher and would go into this area between 30,200 roughly and 32,572. Of course, that's a large area, but on the other hand, there are different levels to watch. So we've got that 30,171 level, 30,580, 31,030, and then 32,570. Okay, so these are levels to watch, but really only if we hold yesterday's low and push a little higher. We can also use the method to measure the A wave length, go to the low of the B wave, and then we look for the 1-to-1 ratio. That is the first target. You can get to targets by using the retracements, which is the red box, but you can also get to targets by using the Fibonacci extensions. And when you have an overlap between the retracements and the extensions, you have some confluence there. Definitely a good level to watch. Here, around the 32,240 level, very close to the 78.6 retracement there, we have the 1-to-1 ratio and then the 1.618 extension at around 32K. So I think that will be interesting. Certainly price action to watch, something very, very interesting. But of course, only valid if we hold yesterday's low. If we break below yesterday's low, if we now see a strong sell-off, break yesterday's low, we are most likely in that C wave to the downside. And yesterday I already highlighted targets for the C wave. And if we get more evidence that we are in the C wave and not in a high B wave, I will update targets. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.